I was gonna make this video when I got back from Mega and Momo, but there's some issues on reason why that I think conventions are doing as much bad than good lately. Even though I do agree and disagree, we are allowed to all do that. I'm doing everything this year with conventions. Next year I will not, due to all the reasons of this year. While conventions are putting out all this stuff for people that cannot be in the hallways, like if I were to walk into a certain convention to just maybe use a bathroom, I would have to pay. Do I find this fair? Yes. Do I really like it? No. Because at the same time, it's ruining businesses. It's ruining their business. Conventions are going to ruin themselves with this. Because they don't realize, even though there are people that are wanting to come to the con, we all have strict funds. And while you're paying $30 a ticket, plus on other expenses between the convention, between hotel, which is rarely about 90 to 150, and VIP, a weekend ticket, it could be up to almost $80, depending on which convention you go to. Do I agree on some of the conventions that charge for these prices? Absolutely not. There's a convention in Tampa, MetroCon, $150 VIP. Do I consider that a VIP weekend? Absolutely not. MegaCon, on the other hand, a little bit, yes. Unless you're going to Dragon Con, then yeah. But at the same time, what is the thing we made coming to? Is it more about the money? Is it just, I can understand the policy. It's going to cause a lot of issues. But at the same time, you got to put it like this. They're losing money because of that. And if they lose money, they got to dish out something less every year. And statistically, they're going to look at statistics, how many people came this year versus last year. And you got to put it like this. It's like politics. You're not going to like what you hear, but it's always for a reason. I do not like people complaining about it because it's not going to get fixed. It's going to be like this because do you really deserve to go into a convention just to sit around and, not buy anything? Yeah, technically, no. I feel like there should be a discount, in a way, for a certain amount of people or some kind of Groupon thing, whatever the hell companies do nowadays, to make it affordable for people to come to these things. They are not cheap. I'm not kidding you. I spent about 20 grand in the past 6 years between concerts, comedy clubs, and conventions. Let alone, that's a lot of money. And for what I go for, and who I want to meet, who I go see, who I support. I rarely ever go to a con if it doesn't really have anything involved for me or in general. I will not go to it. If it's somebody that I'm going to go support and they really want me to, I will go. But the chances of that are very low to what I usually go to a convention for. Now, this year is my kind of last time I'm ever going to step into a convention after next year. 2017 is going to be a very much different for me. And I'm just trying to get different things going in life. I'm trying to do different things. I enjoy the conventions, the concerts, and all that. But keep in mind, I did this thing a year in advance just to get ready, and I am exhausted. I am tired to the tip. And people say conventions are easy planning, but it really depends where you're going. If it's in your hometown, then it's fine. It's easy. But I'm going to New York. I'm going to fucking Boston, probably, for a convention. I'm just trying to figure out all the details. I'm going to different places. I'm going to Texas for my first time for a convention to get some people. And other places I'm trying to go to around the world, too. I will not go to Dragon Con because they don't really do tickets that I want. You have to really buy a fucking package, and I don't want to spend $500. Sorry, I had to have $1,000 plus to go. You think I want to do that? No. I would like to go to San Diego Comic-Con, but tickets like that are very hard to get. And getting them, I don't know when they even go on sale. So if I ever go to San Diego or one of those big cons, it's years down the line. It might not ever happen. Like Dragon Con, I might never even go to because I need help with that convention specifically. I may oh my god, I've been to all these cons, I know everything and how they work. Not all of them, because San Diego, for example, is a prime example. I'm sorry, okay? I love you. It's a prime is a prime example of I don't know what they cost. I don't know what they charge. I don't know what's what. And if I go, it's only for a day to get in whatever. I'm in the midst of moving. I have stuff back here I gotta go later on when I get back. I've been cleaning my room for the past few days. And do I blame people for not wanting to, like, all the people that I know who try to buy out these fucking expensive ass tables to sell their stuff? I hear Wizards like $1,000 just to rent a day or whatever, just to sell your stuff, and you have to make that profit back, and the chances are that are kind of slim depending on what you sell. And it sucks for those people because this is what they make their life off of. I don't make money off of this. I do this as a pure fucking hobby. And the hobby that I love is slowly diminishing to a very thin-lined point of a noose because of the amount of money these guests are charging. I don't mind spending $15 for a picture, but when you have guests like, I'm gonna put this out right now. When you have MegaCon's gonna have the two Karate Kids, Ralph and Zabaka. Their photo op is, before I say, I'm gonna tell you the other ones after, $105. Okay, that's really nothing, but that's a little bit high in my opinion. When you have Jane Silent Bob, Kevin Smith, Jason Youth, $80 fucking dollars. Do you know how rare of a picture that is? And it's $80 in tax. Stan Lee's like an extra dollar, so it's $100. He never really overcharges anything. And most of these guys are just about the money. Stanley always cares about his fans. I waited 3 hours for this. They're having, what's his name? The Doc from Back to the Future. What's his name? Christopher Lloyd. With the DeLorean. This is a thing that's like a custom-made DeLorean that's down here in South Florida, I believe. $100 with the DeLorean. Adam Westerford Ward, $100 with the Batmobile, the 60s Batmobile. Now, that's not bad. If on annually, Stanley's about $200-300 plus, depending on the convention he does go to, he charges a little bit more. But this is his last year as well, so he's 93 years old. People need to really do understand why guests stop conventions. A guy like Stanley is 93 years old, and for him, the ride probably is not easy anymore. You remember arthritis and shit, blah, blah. But I'm going to put another example. Goldberg, professional wrestler, actor, etc. I think her name's Karen Gillian. She was from Doctor Who in the Oculus movie. She, like, named the chick in that horror movie. Sorry, Ouija, or whatever the fuck it's called, Oculus. I don't know which one. $60. And I said, no, I'm sorry. There was a story about a female who worked on The Walking Dead. This has been over Facebook and all these other things. Just to go up to her is $10. And I feel so fucking ashamed to be a con lover and con goer and guest hunter. I call myself a guest hunter. I try to go for all the good guests who are rare, etc. As much as I can. But to charge $10, I've never seen a guest ever do that. No, I don't get it. I like when, even despite, I talk to guys who work on, like, Scott Everman, Jim O'Rear, etc. They charge it free. I buy their stuff to support them. If a guest is free, please buy something, even if it's $5. Look, $5 to you may be a lot to you, but for them, it's something to help them go by. And I went to what was the convention? Omni Expo. Great con. Disappointed. It was very small. I met Austin Tyndall. Nice guy. He seemed tired. I don't know. I got free picture and autograph, and I just bought something from him. I didn't have anything. So yeah, give me that. And he said thank you. He's like, no one really does this crap. I went to get a picture with Brian Peacock, who did a voice actor for Takato in Digimon Tamers, yes. And I got the picture and my print signed for free. And I bought something else just that says a thank you, and he appreciated that. And I also met Paul St. Peter. I did the same thing, paid $5 for a print. He signed my print, Wormmon. He did Leomon in the Digimon series. And Wormmon is one of some of the other great voices as well. And I got a picture with him. I've been wanting to meet him for years. I came down for 4 hours and waited almost 10. Well, it's whatever amount of hours just to go in and meet them. And People don't realize that these guests have to make some kind of income. Even though it's free, these people still have to make their money. This is why you see them charging, even if free, sometimes. This is what they've been doing because they know they're not making too much money on the conventions, because they get paid a certain amount of X amount of money to sign for free, which is awesome. But you remember, they still gotta make that money too from their stuff, and that's why they sell little prints for $5, and they're nice prints. Don't get me wrong, I don't have room for them. That's the issue. That's why I don't get prints. I try to make a deal where can I just give you $10 and take a picture? I was trying to get Emily Bear, but the line was packed and I didn't want to negotiate because I didn't think it would work. Because I have too much autographs already. I still have so much shit to sign, get framed, and I just can't handle it all. I do enjoy these cons, and it's becoming to be a thing now where it's all about the money. This is not Shane. It's like Shane McMahon is running this shit. Vince McMahon's like the head guy and all that. I've been doing this for 6 years. I know the in and outs mostly, majority. I'm like a veteran going to cons in a way. But, I'm still at the stage trying to understand what works as a con and what doesn't. And I honestly think if you're more focused on money, fix all the issues that you have. I will put an example. MomoCon last year, popular cosplayer came there. I don't know if she was a guest or not. Apparently a parent of sexual harassment. The con got a lot of shit for it. I gave it shit because I come to cons to have fun, not hear this bullshit every time. And they just added this program to help with people who are going through a lot of issues. So like a therapy thing, but it's a cool concept. People are, oh, what made you finally get this all time? Because if you really think about it, the guy even said it, whoever runs this site or whatever, and all the multiple people, it takes time to get something in a convention because you have to either A, fund it, or see what they can do. It goes either way. They have to fund it, or you have to really get lucky with the program. And that's what I think more conventions need to work on, is communication with people, the fans or whatever the hell you call them, the con goers, to make the con a bit more reasonable. And when you're throwing out prices left and right, especially for a fucking hotel room, which is the most ungodly, goddamn insane thing in the world. I was in Kansas for a concert to see Tech 9. I went to a $50 hotel and I had to take a bus that took an hour plus just to get to the place for the meet and greet. If you're like, oh, I don't want to travel that far. Well, if you want to save money, you got to figure out something to get. Because I'm coming back down to Miami for a convention, SuperCon, Florida SuperCon, infamously, SuperCon, and I'm splitting a room with 3 to 4 different people. You know what that equals to? The room for the whole weekend. And I thought about it. I'm like, I'll think about it. I did, because I never stay in a hotel. I go and whatever. Because I'm going from here, Fort Lauderdale, to Orlando, and then on the day of Orlando at a certain time, I'm leaving to go to Atlanta. Then I'm coming back 12, 13-hour trip back down to Fort Lauderdale. Is it tiring? Yes, that's 4 fucking days. I've never been gone more than 4 days for a convention. More than 2. The most I've been is at least 2. So I'm always at it again. But this is what I gotta get used to when I go up to New York, Boston. Because if I do that, it's gonna be a 5-day trip, at least total, from my house, boom, 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 boom. Because this is what travel is, and it drains you. I'm saving my beard for somebody to go cut. I'm not shaving for a while, but goddamn, this fucking thing growed out. Woo. But yes, I do have an issue with conventions, and I will not be doing as many next year because it's just a lot of money. I'm doing everything now because everything is happening in 2016. It's all here right now, and I love it. I'm getting to do everything. I'm getting to meet 5 to 10 of my favorite voice actors. Dave Fennoy, Phil Lamar, finally, Steve Bloom, Tara Strong, of all fucking people. I was so I lost my heart dropped just seeing that audition. And I'm probably just going to get a picture. I'm not going to get anything signed because it's $30 an autograph, which I understand is Tara Strong, and she's a very rare appearance down in Florida, or just the closest to Miami in general. And you know what? I'm going to it. Like I said, I just really do disagree with a lot of things going on. I don't like them. I think the conventions need to step back, certain ones, and realize, are we going to potentially lose our business, or are we going to make our con really go really as much low down every year. Because Metro has some good guests, I'm not going to lie. Eric Stewart, Brock James from Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! You have Richard Ian Cox, which is a fucking rare kind of thing for Inuyasha, and Moroku's, I think, is coming down. These are rare appearances. You know, I've never seen the names down here this close to Florida. Don't get me wrong, Florida conventions are always going to have something awesome who they're going to bring. And it's rare for them to come down here due to either travel, where they live, etc. Because I learned that majority of the Canadian voice actors, which I didn't know, I had to really learn about this, really won't get accepted into the Americanized cons, like, you know, Florida, Tampa, blah, 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 wherever the hell in the U.S. it is, because of the barriers, I guess, and how you would book them. I don't really know what I'm saying. I'm just running my mouth right now. But I like guests like that. Like, I want to meet Mark Hamill one day. As one of my favorite voice actors. I would love to meet Dan Green, the voice of Yugi, but I doubt I'll ever get that chance. Like some of these guys, I might not even ever meet. That's why I'm getting the opportunity now. Like, I've always loved I always still go to cons, depending on the guests, I'll still get pictures with them. Like, you know, Carol Spiney, I enjoy meeting on every convention, because he's a very awesome guy, and his wife is no other. They're both awesome. I've always had fun guests who I like Monica Rial, the voice actor. Look her up. She did Tsubaki from Soul Eater, and there's so many other voices that, you know, I took like at least 5 or more pictures of her every con. People are like, why do you always do that? Because I love them and they're cool, and you're a lame ass motherfucker, I guess. But I got to meet Vic last year, and I hope to meet him again later this year at some of the conventions that he's finally down in Florida again. Miami, I think he's going to be at. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. He is going to be in MegaCon, which I'm going to try getting him again, but I doubt it because I know the lines and Todd Habercorn's with him this time. It's going to be very hard because the lines are going to get big. And if anything, I'm going to be getting them last. Todd and Vic especially. Sean Schemmel, I'll probably won't be getting again. His line will be long. I know Christopher Sabat as well will be long. I'm going to get Trina Nishimaru and Colin Clicken. I can't remember pronounce her name. She did Lilith and the other Siren on the Borderlands games. And I love Borderlands. Borderlands is the shit. And I'm so looking forward to this year with everything. And thank you to everybody who has been, you know, a little bit supportive and understanding in the past year and what I choose to do and with my life. And y'all are my MVPs. But like I said, I don't really like the fact that people are complaining when they do realize this is this could be a very bad thing for the conventions to lose money. And I don't remember the con that happened. Sorry, I have like dust on my nose. I've not been feeling good lately. There's a con where the guests, the con goers, destroyed the convention. I think it was Otakon. I can't remember. I'm probably wrong. Fucking dust, man. And they destroyed the bathroom, flooded it. The exit sign was knocked, and the glass was broken. People don't realize if you do that shit, they're gonna charge up your asses just because you did that. Because not only that that could have cost them $10,000 at least. I'm just throwing a number out. And they made all their money back. They had $100,000. They paid everybody off, and they have about maybe $15,000 left. Let's just put that simple. That $10,000 is taken out from their pocket, and they leave them with nothing at the end of the day. Remember, they still got to pay whatever in the end. You realize you just cost them money. In the end, they could have only had $100 for all you know. It's because this is the issue with conventions. It's not the conventions. It's the attendees. And these attendees need to really understand, if you want to make your convention big, like Florida SuperCon has in the past whatever amount of years, MegaCon's getting bigger than most of the conventions in Orlando, besides Spooky and Ranger Stop, is that the attendees need to realize if you ruin something, you are going to ruin it for everyone. And I get sick of this shit. Every fucking year I hear something bad about a con. Metro last year. A girl got kidnapped or whatever. She had like a mental issue or something, and she got kidnapped, or that's what the story was. And some person got arrested at a convention dressed as Goku for, I guess, peeping or something. Something stupid. And it's like, why are we letting these fucking motherfuckers in our con? I don't care if they're paying. If they have an issue, they need to get that shit fixed. It's like, why are these older, between men and women who could potentially be a threat? Like, there's a lot of things with sexual harassment. Why is this shit still going on? It doesn't matter if you're a cosplayer in general. There's some motherfucker just walking around looking at your kid. You won't even know. This is the issue with conventions. They need to fucking crack down on this. You want people to come to your cons, fix this shit, and stop upgrading prices. And I guarantee you, you can do that later on. Because the more you don't fix an issue, the issue will get bigger. And the voice of cons are the biggest than they used to be. Shock Pop Comic Con. I'm gonna throw this fucking name under the bus right now. This is con I never got to review. Never. Why did this con fail in the first place? Between the fucking thing with the owner of SuperCon and this. Because apparently those people went to SuperCon. And at the same time, these people dished out a great lineup of fucking guests. Like, I'm not kidding you. A lot of them canceled, which was a little bit fishy, which I know, like, people can't cancel. But Vic was a voice actor supposed to be on there, and he canceled, and I said, something's really weird about this. And then, like, I was wanting to see DDP, which I'm happy he's going to be at SuperCon. Thank you, SuperCon. He had surgery. I was really upset. I met Jake, though. Nice man. Nice guy. Why did Shock Pop fail? Shock Pop, I'm going to give the con rating a 1 out of 5. A 5-star rating for what it gave. Overall, it was a disaster. You pushed out over, I think, I'm going to guess $500,000 or more for a total guest. Their location was the crappiest, downtown Fort Lauderdale near the airport or the cruise or whatever. And by the time you still got to pay your way in to go through the fucking thing. Why did it fail though? Advertisement. What did I see after that convention was over? You want to know where I still saw it? A fucking billboard. That changes and all that. The technology of today. That's stupid. Why, I don't know why we have billboards anymore. Like, who reads a fucking billboard unless you're traveling? Terrible advertisement. It was probably the worst advertised thing. There was no TV commercial. I don't remember how I knew of this convention. Okay, I remember now. I was on Facebook one day, and I saw this convention. I couldn't find it, then I found it. It was called Shock Pop Comic Con. I'm like, go on their list. Wow, this list is really amazing. I am very surprised this convention's coming down here. What else was bad about them? Their prices. Oh, it's not because it was not the prices. A lot of them weren't written down. So people were bitching, and I was too, because I spent more than I should at this fucking convention just to go back to get a picture with a few people, like Richard Epcar and his lovely wife, who I really wanted to take a picture with, and they were nice people. I got to see Hale Ray and his wife, Maggie Rosewell. I didn't know they were married. I didn't know if they were married at the time I met him. Probably not. And I went to Ari Slayham. I can never pronounce his last name. He's the first Jason. He asked me personally, because I've been coming to these conventions for a long time. He asked me, "Is this convention gonna do good?" And I actually just really thought about that when he said that. I said, I'm hoping it has a great fucking lineup, and amazing guests here. That convention failed for all 3 days. Surprisingly, that they continued it and they shut it down. And the bad part is, most of them I still think are getting paid. It was just disaster. This is what, the dude who did the photo ops did a great job. I did truly love his work. It could be better. It's different. I'll give him this. It was a different type of feel with the photo ops and how he did his background, which is really awesome compared to so many other conventions. Like, it's so bland. I want to see something cool. I feel like he could have worked on Freddy, like the background. But you know, Kelly Bentz, I think his name is. I can't remember. You sir did a great job with the photo ops. And I am looking forward to this year, especially this is the year that I'm going all out. I'm trying to come to Tampa Bay Comic Con because Jessica Nickery, I really do want to meet her. I am planning out for Friday. I'm still trying to get a response from her boyfriend, Fake Nerd Boy, to see if they're gonna be there all 3 days. If not, I'm just gonna come down to Lake Worth for a friend's album release for his, like, I think it's his 5th album, and his 5-year memorial show for his buddy that got killed a while back. And I saw these guys on Tech Nine's store, and they're really awesome. But the issue, like I said, at hand is not only the cons, but the people who do attend these and always wanting to get a freebie. Don't get me wrong, I understand money is very tight, and a lot of us don't have it. I'm not saying you should get a job. I'm saying that you have to really understand these people can lose money. They will lose money. And if you have to stop going to conventions to prove a point, chances are 50% it won't work, but other conventions it might will. Others are persuasive, others are not. Conventions are politics. Anything you go into is a politic. Who's better? Who's not? Who am I supporting? Who am I going for? You know, that's how everything of what you love works. And the more people really truly understand that, the more you'll see, okay, we cannot change these people in their minds because, for one, they don't make the rules, the hotels or whatever. The convention makes the rules. They are renting the building out. They pay the amount of money for the place, wherever they go, to fund the convention. Is it right? No. I don't really think it is. Do I find it fair? In all sense, it's fair. And don't get me wrong, do I feel like other people should be penalized? Like, you know, they have a business meeting or something? Or if it's held in there, you know? No, I feel like that's what they're trying to do, is milk money out of people. Just for them to have an extra buck in their pocket. You know, I can understand for some cons, you know, like, I go to a buddy's con, I started this on my 2nd one, so I'm probably going to go for my 3rd time. Overcharging. Small convention, but you have to realize that I can understand, like, they do this because they're holding an event for the cosplayers or just the guests in general. It's because, yeah, you shouldn't be in the center then if you're not part of the school or the staff or whatever it may be, then you are fine. But if people are just coming in, like, you know, like, there's a lot of conventions that have, like, church work Sundays and on the same day as conventions. It's weird. So should you charge them? Yeah, because they're gonna be using they're in your building. You can charge them and all the other people that are there just to be there. But if the people go there for, like, school or work there or whatever, shouldn't have to pay. See, it depends really on the scenario than what you put in. Now, let's just say I came to a con and it was in the building I worked. That's an example. Should I get charged? No. Do I mind even if it's like half off? I don't mind supporting your cause, but at the same time, I can come here. But it's like, you're renting us out. I understand. But, you know, a lot of conventions are taking it to a little bit more of an abusive thing. Because not only are they going to dish out more money, is that most of those con people aren't even going to be at the con. And these people who are just walking in randomly. And it's like, there's so many stories all over the internet already with this crap. And, you know, trying to get the full story from one person to the other is like trying to find the needle in a haystack. Because it is. Because everyone has a different part of it, has this part. So finding the reliable source for this is very difficult. Or just go on Reddit. But thank you guys. I will hope to see you at every con. This is about a 30-minute video. But yeah, stop it. You guys have a great day, and I hope to see you upcoming.